Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly real at the twilight's last gleam, whose bright sides and bright stars to the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so ghastly streaming, and the rockets were glad, the bombs bursting in air gave proof the night that I fled was still there. Oh, say does their star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And here your starting lineup. First for the Louisville, Louisville High School, number 1, Ariana Hunter. Number 11, Choctaw. Number 23, Jalen Ingram. 25, Jason Ball. Number 30, Adela Paxton. Coach of the Lady Broncos, Vivian Ross. We are ready for the homecoming, the Lady Chargers, number 1, Alicia Weeks. Number 5, number 11.
This is Chris Threadgill here with the Dakota Brazier. We're here with Charger basketball. We have Louisville Wildcats visiting the Chargers at the Ty Cobb tonight. As far as we're getting ready, as far as have 2 varsity basketball games, got the Lady Chargers here to start this one, and then next game will be the varsity boys. These 2 teams met back in December, and the score of that first game as far as was the Lady Chargers were defeated 63-32. So we're looking for a little bit better outcome tonight as far as at home here in Dakota.
Most certainly. At home, maybe get a little bit of home field advantage. Took a good thumping last time, but got to talk to Coach Jewell a little bit before the game. I think she's going to expect a little bit better tonight, so she knows what she's up against.
Yeah, both of these teams were teams that made the trip to Jackson last year. Was actually fortunate enough to call one of the Louisville girls games down to the state championship as far as they had made a run themselves last year. So a very talented team, so returning some pretty good players on this team as well.
Ought to be very experienced going down to the big house, getting to play, and so that's definitely a trait on their side for sure.
You know, that's one thing. The Genesis probably hadn't had somebody trying to force the ball inside as far as right there, right there trying to Louisville.
She's normally one of the bigger ones on the floor, but Louisville has a good matchup with her tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be Ball, number 25, the center. She's a sophomore, too.
Sophomore, she got 2 more years of her, so it's nothing to be looking forward to at all. Good move under the basket.
That's one you like to see drop right there, and it was right on the edge.
Hutchinson had a good look underneath, had a good pass down low. It was a good cut by the Genesis, just didn't fall.
That's going to send number 1, Hunter, another sophomore for the Wildcats, to the line.
2 sophomores on the floor with some returning people from last year. That's pretty impressive for sure. Well, Genesis gets her first foul on the night.
And that was a big issue as far as earlier in the week as you were here, as far as the Genesis picked up some fouls, as far as got into foul trouble and eventually fouled out of the game.
Second half of that South Pontotoc game, which is a lot to lose for the Lady Chargers down low, defensively and offensively. Louisville being very aggressive on the defensive side of the ball, not really giving the Chargers any room to breathe.
Yeah, decided to play little man right now. .5:17 left in here in the first period. The Wildcats up 6-0, but looks like I thought it was going to be a shooting foul, but that was on the floor.
Yeah, I guess they caught it before she went up right there. Another one of those that we were talking about against the South Pontotoc game earlier this week. Had a few questionable fouls that we thought could have been shooting fouls, and they caught them on the floor. So
We'll say the JV boys had a close game here in the first game of the night and got the win 31-30 over Louisville, which was quite an interesting game.
It was a great ball game. If you ever doubt, or if you kind of think the JV's a slouch game or something that you shouldn't be able to watch, that's going to be a hard one to top with these other two coming in tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, the Chargers were on the road. Then the JV won at Houston the other night as far as got a bucket with about 13 seconds left in the game. That ended up gave them the lead, maybe 30-29, and they held on for the win there.
I know you got to be a little humble on it, but that was your son in the game-winning shot there, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he was sort of excited about that as far as he usually has more fouls than points, but that time as far as he fouled out of the game earlier tonight too, but he ended up got one when it counted.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all have a full slate as far as we might talk about that more later on. I don't know as far as we get the lookout as far as what all games as far as on Saturday, but a full slate of basketball. If you want to see some of the best basketball in Mississippi, it'll be here in Choctaw County this weekend.
That it will. Believe we're going to, Coach Bills told us we're going to have the opportunity to get to talk with Coach Harrison, Victoria Vivens, coach in high school, and he's going to do some visiting with us. Always some great athletes at the Mid-Mississippi. So it's going to be a long day being here, but we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Be a lot of fun.
So if you can't make it and it's light tonight and weren't able to make it to the Ty-Cobb, we do encourage you to be here on site. But if you maybe just can come for a couple games and then take a break and then want to watch some later on, it will be streamed on the Charger YouTube channel and on the Charger Facebook page as well, as far as on the county school district Facebook page. So if you want to catch some basketball and maybe not going to be able to stay for the whole time, it'll be one to come back as far as and watch right there.
Oh, for sure. We're excited about it. Going to get to call most of them, and it ought to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Looking forward to it. I think we got to be here at about 8:30 to get set up, and first game tips at 9, and then I guess it'll be on all day.
Yeah, and they usually do a good job of trying to keep them on track and stuff, but it'll be a day full of basketball for sure. Chargers with the steal right there. Good defense. It's 10-2. Chargers looking to get some points right here.
Yeah, Louisville started out very hot in the first few minutes of the ball game. It seems like Lady Chargers kind of settling in and playing some defense and kind of throwing Louisville off their game. So looks like Coach Jules got a few subs going to come in here late in the first period.
Weeks put up the three-pointer right there. Needed that one to fall for the Chargers. And just like that, Hunter for the Wildcats drains one.
Answers back, kind of a momentum. As a little bit of momentum, the Chargers were building there on defense. Hunter kind of comes in and shatters that. Coach Jewell gets a timeout. Going to kind of gather the troops and maybe regroup a little bit here.
But the Lady Chargers will be in the mix as far as this weekend. The boys team will not be playing, but we'll see the Lady Chargers in action. And, the Lady Chargers do have, the Genesis, and she is one of the, we talked about maybe earlier in a previous broadcast, was her making it to the Mississippi All-Star game as far as North versus South, representing the Chargers on the 1, 2, and 3A team. So have a premier player right here, and she'll be able to showcase as far as her skills, and the team as far as this weekend. But look forward to having her do that as well.
Oh, for sure. She's definitely an asset for the Chargers, and has been like you said last week when she fouled out. It's just a huge loss to them, and in so many ways. So. Need a good play out of her and good play down low to really spring the Chargers into winning some ball games. So she battles. A lot of fun to watch.
Coach Jewell tried to get that timeout in there before the travel call.
She did. I just think the official kind of had his eyes focused, just didn't see her or hear one. We thought she got it called before the travel, but thought otherwise. So.
That was a strong move there inside by, that's going to be a Parrish. No, it's going to be, so it's actually Patty as far as for the, look at there, we got a fast break opportunity.
Yeah, it was a strong drive in, had good defense by the Chargers. She went up strong and finished, and thought Legitimate's going to have a chance for some points right here, and just looks like it's got a lid on it right now for the Chargers. They've got 2 points on the board, but just can't spring past that. So need to get a bucket of drop here, get a little momentum going for them.
Yep, 2:19 remaining here in the first period. It's 15-2. Been all Wildcats so far. Genesis does a great job there backing down into the paint and just playing that one off the glass.
And it's just always impressive to me. She went up with her left hand right there to make that shot, and as a right-handed shooter. That's impressive, especially with a man on her. Long pass all the way across.
Didn't hit those TVs over there down there as far as.
Luckily, Mr. Waverly had to look out down there. It was coming in hot at him, but that's a pretty cool addition to the Ty Cobb and for Coach Beals and Coach Jewell. The scorers table down there with the TVs. That's been a nice addition. Nice to see. It's just adds a lot to the gym.
Yeah, and going to be adding one in each, from what I understand, as far as I thought they were going to be up, and they might be up for Saturday, so you might be here to see them as far as some big TVs that are going to be synced with those on both sides as far as on
each end of the court
and stuff, as far as so they can have a little bit of promote Charger basketball, these players, and all kind of things as far as cool things with it. Yep.
For sure, along with it throughout the day.
But that was one of the things as far as that was going to be an addition that was sort of coincided with this. It just hasn't happened just yet, but in the works.
Takes just a little bit of time, but that's definitely a positive and being a really, really neat asset to have up, and would look really cool synced up with the board. And
I think the players want to have some of those videos for spinning the basketball, you know, some cool things
That's
as far
exactly
as going
right.
on and stuff as far as.
That's exactly right.
Did see right there where I guess the coach from the Wildcats was saying that Graham stepped across the line, and it did look like she did.
Yeah, I did. I think the Lady Chargers got away with one there. But I don't see Coach Jewell fussing on that at all. So neither will we. Neither will we. If you're able to see down low, LaGenesis is supposed to have 3, sometimes 4 people looking at her and trying to guard her. It takes that many.
Alston there with the block, but picks up the foul for the Chargers. It's going to send Patty to the line for the Wildcats.
The big thing we always talk about in a basketball game, hitting your free throws, is can play a huge role late in the ball game. And Louisville starting out on a good edge of that early. Or 1 or 2 when they go to the line that time. This is something you don't want to see here. LaGenesis goes down after going up for that rebound.
And went down in pain right there.
He did.
Got a good crowd here as I pan across the court right here as far as the Chargers sort of fill in as far as this night goes on usually.
They do, they straggle in towards the end, and it's always a plus. They come out and support their Lady Chargers and Boy Chargers of the basketball. Like I said, there's a lot of success has been happening these past couple years with both of these programs, and the crowd definitely does tell it. Some of the funnest basketball games I've been to were in here last year. Those 2 games to send both the Lady Chargers and the Chargers to the big house were special.
Oh, no doubt.
Man.
No doubt as far as that. And you've seen the charging forward as far as we've had several Chargers as far as you have Kirkwood, as far as Jeremy Miller, as far as at ICC, and some of those guys are making an impact as far as Kirkwood has been Mississippi Junior College Player of the Week and stuff as far as really making an impact on another level. So you're really proud of what he's been doing.
That he has.
As well.
Well, as you talked to Coach Beals, you knew, and you could watch him play, Akeem Kirkwood was a special individual on the basketball court and outside of it as well. So he was something special to watch, and it's just no surprise of what he's doing at ICC and as he's working to get better. And I think he's kind of becoming a huge asset for that team. So we're we're thinking about Akeem, hoping he continues to succeed and do well and maybe make it past that junior college level.
Yeah, for sure. That was good ball movement there by the Chargers.
Great ball movement. They finally get some good offense going against that press that Louisville's putting on them, and they moved the ball around well and got it down low. And Chargers finally getting a few buckets to fall here late in the first period.
Yeah, 16-6. We're 7 seconds. We got a travel call there against the Wildcats. It's going to be Charger basketball with about 5.8 seconds left. Maybe we can get down the court right here and pick up some points right before the first period ends.
You had to build a little bit of momentum going into the end of the first period. I think we're going to have a foul there on Patty, number 12 for Louisville. I think that'll be her second. Or maybe that's her first.
But that is 16 fouls. Next one here.
Oh.
Going to put the Chargers into 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah. So that's the end of the first period. It's 16-6 here at the Ty Cobb. We have Lady Charger basketball. We'll be back in about a couple minute or so when this little bit of a break in between, and we'll be back with some more basketball here shortly. All right, we're got this second period underway.
Louisville coming right back out with that hard press. Chargers trying to get past. Good move there by Esther's down low. When she goes up and gets fouled pretty hard, so she'll go to the line to shoot two.
Esther's is one of those Charger sophomores that gets a lot of play in action along with Graham, and it's one that she's been able to, practice, play with. Genesis always comes in her relief, but she's got a bright future for her too as well. Yeah.
And learning from a special one in Genesis and getting to, be around her, and they kind of push each other. That's definitely a positive moving forward. And she's not, when you have Esther's in, you don't lose a whole lot of height down low, maybe just a little bit of experience, but she definitely plays hard. As she's fouled again right there.
Yeah, and she got a lot of playing time last year as a freshman, which that speaks a lot right there. Which that foul right there is holding, so that's going to put Esther's to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 here.
That foul was on Pfeiffer of the Wildcats. Be her second early in the second period here. Wouldn't be surprised to see her maybe sit down for just a little bit in this second period to stay out of foul trouble.
Good hustle there by Weeks.
Great hustle by the Chargers to get the rebound. Just can't get the bucket to fall. Had a good look at it, a little jumper from the corner. You
see Hunter with the long three-pointer. She's not afraid to put it up.
Not at all. She about pulled that one up from the NBA line. Esther's fighting hard down there. It's a good battle going on right now between her and Pfeiffer down low. And a shot from the corner there by Patty that don't know that it got any part of the rim there. The Chargers with a rebound and taking it back to the front court, setting up their offense.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we were talking about it during the break, and I was going to verify with one of the coaches here from Choctaw County, but Patty was one of these team members that contributed a lot last year, I think, that's on the Wildcat team, actually played for the Chargers last year.
Had to move about 15 minutes southbound down to Louisville, and as we can see tonight, she's been an asset for them. She plays extremely, extremely hard. Got a timeout by the Wildcats there right before. Looked like we were going to get a jump ball call.
With the old internet, might as well look on Max Preps and see what we can come up with. 6:02 left here in the second period. 18-7 is the score here at the Ty Cobb.
Louisville started out very fast, got to 15 points pretty quick within the first period, and the Lady Chargers doing a great job of holding them to limit them the best as they can right now. Chris just seen the Genesis come down from out of the locker room here. She's still limping.
Yeah, she wasn't putting a lot of weight there.
On that ankle.
On that, like on that right ankle.
Yeah, I got a call earlier this week from Coach Beals. He told me that you and Mr. Beard weren't going to be able to call for the Mid-Mississippi, so I was happy to come, and I call him the legend, but we got Mr. Bubba Hammond that'll be up here with us this Saturday. So he, the big Ole Miss Rebel. So it'll be interesting. It'll be a lot of fun to be up here all day, hanging out with him and getting to call some good basketball. Wildcats swinging the ball around a little bit, get a good three-point look, and just can't get it to fall. Chargers come up with a rebound. Wildcats back on there with that full court press, and a good look down low. Esther just could not handle.
Got asked on the Facebook right here what time the Lady Chargers play on Saturday. We'll look that up here in just a few minutes, and I'll type a reply back, and also we'll say it here on the air. A little over the back, I think, called there against the Wildcats. And that over back is going to be another 1-and-1, I think.
Yeah, the Wildcats in foul trouble here early. Chargers really need to capitalize early in this ball game on the 1-and-1s.
Yeah, anytime you can score with the clock stopped and right here and try to get some points right now. There, this right now it's 20-7. So sending Estes to the line.
Yeah, anytime you can get points, like you said, the clock stopped against the Louisville Wildcat team, it's their must-have. Must-have. And Estes hits the first one.
And makes both of them. It's 20-9, 4:37 and counting here in the second.
Dangerous passes there by the Wildcats all the way across the floor. Trying to spread this Charger defense out, but they're doing a great job by staying on their feet, being quick. And a great defensive steal there. No, just could not come up with the ball and handle it. Gonna have a look. And comes up with a foul. She'll shoot two. Good rebound and putback right there by the Wildcats. Staying patient. Staying patient, waiting for the opportunity to take the three-point shot. Come up short on that, but had a great great rebound under the basket and a putback for two. Still trying to find out exactly what time the Lady Chargers play Saturday.
Yeah, I was looking on the Charger athletic page. I was looking around myself, but I sent Coach Bills a message, so maybe we can get something from him. Multitasking, I guess, here too. It's 22-12. 3:23 is the time remaining here before the half. Dangerous pass down low. And that one goes astray.
We got a view of Coach Bills down there looking at his phone, so maybe he's going to get us a text message back here.
Yeah, we got him on the edge of the video right here as far as the response should be coming. Another three-point basket there for the Wildcats. Just when the Chargers were able to cut it to 10. It's back to 13.
He just sent me a schedule here. Kind of run through it. It's starting out at 9 o'clock that morning. We're going to have Choctaw County versus East Webster girls. And then later on at 10:15, you'll have Louisville versus East Webster boys. Philadelphia versus Kossuth girls at 11:30. 12:45, you have Ingomar versus Louisville girls. Then at 2 o'clock, you have Pontotoc versus Pearls girls. 3:15, Boonville versus Puckett girls. 4:30, Boonville versus Starkville boys. That'll probably be a really good one to watch there.
For sure.
5:45, you have New Site versus Choctaw Central girls. Holmes Central versus Colma County girls at 7. And Choctaw Central versus Colma County boys at 8:15. Admission's $8.
Houston goes down number 12 for the Chargers, and she's in pain as well. Can't tell as far as if it's another leg injury, but hate to see any injuries for either team, and this being a non-district as far as just a matchup, as far as this is a game here, you're trying to hone some things, work on some things that's been giving you some trouble, but definitely don't want to see the Chargers come out of this one limping.
Not at all. Kind of like a little exhibition match that you work on some things, like you said, practice, maybe try a few new things that you hadn't tried before to see how they work. And a good thing about that is, you always hate to see people go down as Austin goes in, but we do see the Genesis back on the floor. Looks like her ankle's feeling a little bit better on her, and got shaken off what was bringing her some pain a little bit earlier.
Corey Locke earning his money tonight as far as there, but you can see he got the Genesis back on her feet, and actually with that spin move underneath, trying to get that rebound. It's like she's done.
Coach Jewell kind of going with a big set down low instead of the speedy. We got LaGenesis and Esther's down low here, which she's normally the sub for LaGenesis, but got her in, and she's playing some great basketball right now.
Yeah, she moves well as far as I have to look at the height there. I don't know if it's listed as far as, but with Esther's, but you think she's, I don't know, as far as I had from up here, as far as she's pretty tall, as far as I don't know if she's 6 foot, or I don't know for sure, as far as it might be taller than that. It might be underestimate. Max Preps doesn't really have the height as far as, or what we saw.
Yeah, it's hard to tell which one was really taller as on the court, but it's very, very close. So both of them are definitely a handful. Now scramble for the ball down low. The Wildcats get it kicked out to number 1, Hunter.
I caught myself last time as far as I know that in a lot of games we've had a lot of jump balls as far as they're really quick as far as on certain games as far as to call, but I noticed I caught myself as far as you doing the officiating and stuff as far as we couldn't talk too bad about the officials and stuff as far as because they could have had a little bit of a better angle I'd look at it than us and stuff. I was just joking with Coach Coleman and stuff as far as looking as far as reviewing that previous game as far as from last week. I guess it was South Pontotoc. But
there were some quick jump balls, and like I said, I'm not a big. They know a lot more about basketball officiating than I do, but I have learned since we started doing football and everything as big as we are in it. Got a backcourt right there, just a mental error by the Chargers. But you kind of learn, and we go places. Kind of a thing we say that the only friends those 3 guys have in the gym right now are themselves, so they kind of stick together. But it's like you said, always make it have a better angle, but then sometimes you just plain out miss one. So
I guess it's just probably working with Glenn so much about the so I just picked up a few things.
We had a junior college game earlier this year that I got to see Glenn at and East Mississippi, so he didn't give me too many fits. We had a good laugh about it.
Well, I will say that y'all's crew, as far as that crew here from mostly, I guess, Choctaw County, but it's around this area and stuff, as far as you guys got to do one of the state championship games, as far as that was an honor, I guess, as far as I'm being on the outside, not knowing much about the officiating crew. I just think they'd probably take the best, to go down there.
It was a real big honor for us that we were excited to do. We got to call the 6A state championship game between it was Horn Lake and Oak Grove, and a lot of great talent on the field, and it was it was a lot of fun. It was a true honor that hopefully we'll get to do again one of these days. But it was a lot of fun.
I know. Well, we're inside of 1 second, and there we go. That's going to do it for the first half of basketball here at the Ty Cobb. Louisville Wildcats 31, the Chargers 13. I know that when me and Glenn have had the opportunity to do some games as far as on the radio, as far as state championship, we've had the last, 5 or 6 years easy, but this last year didn't really have a team as far as I've had several from maybe not the French Camp Radio listening area. So we didn't do a game this last time as far as, but so didn't go to Southern Miss, but it's always a special place as far as to go to the state championship games. And
it was wonderful. They had a huge crowd there. That night, Oak Grove had the whole bottom section packed out, and I think West Jones the next night even topped their crowd. So it was a lot of great support, and I'm just a fan of high school sports. It just really doesn't get much better than high school sports. So anytime I can be involved with it, I look forward to it. And a state championship game, nonetheless, was something. So had a kid for Oak Grove who has signed with Georgia as a two-sport athlete, baseball and football. Looks like he may get drafted in baseball. So it'll be neat to see him maybe playing in the big leagues one of these days and get to know that you got to talk to him and officiate one of his ball games. So a lot of interesting, a lot of fun memories. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, I know that you guys did a great job as far as all year. Heard a lot of positive things, so glad y'all got to do that. So there you can see we can't bash the officials tonight and stuff as far as with the code up here. So we got 6:44 remaining in halftime. We're going to turn the volume off on the stream, and we'll be back as soon as this halftime's over for a second half of Lady Charger basketball. And then up next, we got the varsity boys. They're going to try to redeem themselves against Louisville. They played back in the middle of December, and similar outcome as the girls, but looking for try to get a different one tonight. So we will be back with Charger basketball here in the next 6 minutes. All right, we're back with some audio here. We were doing the stream as far as, but didn't have our audio. We were trying to Charger concession stand. Always a good place to stop as far as during halftime. And so
sure. Coach Young's got some good
got
stuff.
The bottled
cooking up
water
in there.
there from the concession stand. Popcorn's always a good thing. As far even at the football games, you end up great hot dogs, all that and stuff. As far as really good, so end up. But so we took advantage of the break as well. Chargers looking to get back in this one.
And a good pass down low to the Genesis right there for underneath the goal for an easy bucket for 2. Chargers coming out looking like they got a little bit more fire about them in this half.
You mentioned it earlier, going across court with some of the passes. The Wildcats will reverse it. And stuff.
They will.
Yeah.
They're not afraid to throw it from corner to corner. That's for sure.
We had Coach Coleman here as far as trying to get, we had him up here, was going to give us some insight as far as maybe on the next game or talk to us a little bit about this one. But
I've come to know for playing for Coach Coleman and then becoming a friend officiating with him, he's a man of not many words. He doesn't say a whole lot.
yes. But very knowledgeable on a lot of different things
Exactly.
and stuff like that as far as always hit him up on a bunch of different stuff as far as that. But, another out with fouls before the shot.
It was a great pass down low to the Genesis, and I thought she'd probably take away that foul. She'd like to not have it because the bucket did go in, but they got her on the floor before she did go up for that basket.
It was almost like the first 2 attempts for the Chargers were inside. I know Coach Jewell might have said as far as definitely a game plan for the second half is try to get
The ball down low to their don't say the best player, but one of the highest scoring in the Genesis and get the ball down low and let her work in her position. The Genesis with a great rebound right there down low. Gets her a couple of them on the night.
Graham inside to Genesis, and Genesis
Wonderful look.
goes to the bank.
Wonderful look down low, and with that left hand again. The Chargers could come up with a rebound after a 3. Hits off the rim for the Wildcats. Now we got a sub coming in. Miss Maya Parrish coming in for the Chargers. 5 or so minutes left in the 3rd period here at the Ty Cobb complex.
And we were able to confirm from talking to Coach Coleman that number 12, Patty, was a team member on the Lady Chargers on last year's team. Down inside Weeks right there with the basket for the Chargers. It's 36-19, 4:46 and counting here in the 3rd. Eventually, we're going to get a little scoreboard cam going. Another camera pointed at the scoreboard. It'll be in the little, maybe the bottom right or the bottom left of the screen so you can see the score. So we don't necessarily have to, if you lose, as far as we forget to say what the score is, how much time, you'll be able to see it there.
Be a handy little tool, something to always be able to peek down at for them. Oh, it just goes in and out for the 3-point range. That was Graham.
Yeah.
With a good pull-up jumper and just could not get it to fall. And Knocked out of bounds there by the Wildcats. It's going to be Charger ball with 4:10 left in the third period. Scores 36-19 Wildcats.
That was a good pass, long distance right there, hit her in stride. It's going to have a chance here for the three-point play for the Wildcats.
The old-fashioned way. Went up strong and got the in one bucket. So let's see if she can knock down the three-point play right here. And as we figured, the Genesis gets the rebound on the missed free-point play. And we got a travel here by Graham for the Lady Chargers. Going to turn the ball back over to the Wildcats. The turnovers tonight have really hurt the Lady Chargers. And especially playing against a team like Louisville, just things you can't have happen when you want to expect to win. Good defense there. Forcing an out-of-bounds throw, or pass, I should say, by the Wildcats. Going to turn it over to the Chargers, and Graham will inbound it and take it down the front court as it's passed back to her.
Yeah, the Lady Wildcats 14-2. That's something you don't see every day.
She can just do it all. Down low. And now she said, I'm just going to go outside and pull up from the three-point range. So the Chargers built a little bit of momentum right here middle way through the third quarter with a few points coming up on the board and forcing some turnovers by the Wildcats. So let's see if they can get this momentum, keep it going. Inbound to the Genesis with a great look down low. And that's going to be a foul on the Genesis there down low. She was going for rebound. Her second of the ball game.
And both teams with 2 team fouls here in the second half.
Christian, the Genesis doing a lot better this week. Not really getting into foul trouble. Knock on wood. Not trying to jinx her into anything here, but doing a great job staying out of foul trouble, but also playing very aggressive down low. So. Genesis fouled hard down low by the Wildcats. She was going up for drove down to the basket, going for a layup shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that time she was able to, was going to use her right there.
Right hand going up and
2:14 left here in the third period. It's 40-22 is the score as the Wildcats are in the lead. I was mentioning their record as far as Louisville. They're 4-0 in their district, 14-2 on the year. So got a 5-game winning streak. And have almost, well, they have doubled the points. They've scored 1,072 and only allowed 505. So doing it in dominant fashion.
And you got to admire Coach Bills and Coach Jewell on scheduling this game tonight. You know, as Louisville's always competitive in every sport they play, so when you got this caliber basketball coming down there, it can't do anything but make your team better. So a great non-division matchup, tough opponent, but it's like we said, time to work on things and maybe get a little bit better this week.
And it might be something you see, who knows, the stuff as far as I don't know if Louisville is going to, with the redistricting, if they're staying 4A, if they're going 3A, but it might be, and it might be one of these things before long. Wouldn't be a bad matchup as far as the Chargers and the football field, as far as to play these guys as well.
Play the Wildcats
and stuff. As far as it'd be one of those.
It'd be a big crowd there, that's for sure. With only being 15 miles apart, and don't know that they've ever played before. I know Choctaw County and Louisville have not. Don't know if the Ackerman or Ware teams have ever matched up with them. So it would be a good matchup. Louisville football just made a great hire, Coach Tyrone Shorter from Knoxville County.
So it's end up, you're looking for things as far as to draw a crowd, and you would think as far as that might be one that would, because we don't have, was just looking at the football schedule for next year, as that was sent to us. Hard foul right there as Esters tries to reel that one in. But got the schedule, and UPOR no longer playing Choctaw County this next year off the football schedule, so I hated to see that as far as it was one of those things as far as just really surprised there that it was not going to be on the Chargers schedule next year. That was going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, that UPOR game is always a really big gate for either school. Always draws a big crowd, and I can remember back when we played against UPOR, it was, of course, Ackerman then, but it was always a fun matchup and just a big rivalry game, very emotional style football game. So maybe Louisville can draw that, as we can see. So with new classifications and everything coming out,
yeah, I don't know if they were 3 or 4A. That's what for next year. But it seemed like I thought I saw something where it said that they would be a powerhouse. I know Knoxville, where you talked about the coach was coming to Louisville, was from Knoxville. As far as their head coach led them to multiple state championships there. So Louisville's getting a good one. As far as there,
they definitely got a great hire in Coach Tyrone Shorter. Had the privilege to call a game this year with Knoxville County versus Columbus, and got to talk to him a little bit and everything. Wonderful guy and great football coach. So I think Louisville's made a great hire. I think they're going to have a fantastic year coming up. That was a great move right there by the Lady Chargers, driving down low with a layup basket.
It looked like 3 Wildcats there were fighting over the ball a little bit as far as there, and going to get the travel, as couldn't really call it maybe a jump ball when you're on your teammate you're trying to.
And to be honest, I think it was 3 Wildcats were the one who had their hands on the ball trying to get it from each other. So
we're inside of 5 seconds here. 3-1, and that's going to do it there for the third period. It's 42-24. Wildcats in the lead. We'll just keep it here as far as got that football schedule for this next year pulled up, and starting out, first game of the year, or maybe the preseason game as far as shortened game, Chargers take on Pontotoc. It's going to be at MSU. Second game is Independence. Independence is a team, I think, that won a couple rounds, at least made it to the playoffs as far as it was. Chargers played them the year before last in the playoffs, and I know Independence made it this year in the playoffs. So that'll be a team. Then Winona, non-district matchup there, the third game. So Winona moved up as far as into 3A classification this last year and made a run and played a heck of a game, maybe for the runner-up. I don't know if that was for the south half, or if it was the game before that. Maybe it was the game before.
I believe it was a semi-south half game.
And so a heck of a game right down there. It came down to the last seconds.
With Seminary, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Seminary. They have a great recruit in Nathan Pickering down there at Seminary. So I think the Bulldogs were looking at him and everything. So that was a great matchup. So Coach Tompkins always has a good program there at Winona.
Then the next week, as far as Chargers play Calhoun City.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a new one as far as they hadn't played in a while. And there's a travel called against Louisville. And then we play Kosciuszko. It's going to be a 4A school. And then you have Newton. It's going to be a probably pretty good 2A team. And then you start district play with Aberdeen, Houston, Noxubee, and Hatley. So end up pretty interesting schedule this next year, but end up just saw it and saw the part where no Eupora, so I was a little bit surprised about that part.
Going to be an interesting, definitely an interesting football schedule. That Noxubee County moving into that district will definitely be a team that you would have rather seen not in it than in it, I'd say, as with the history of success they have. But bringing a new football coach this year, since, like we said earlier, Tyrone Shorter leaving, so could be interesting to see what comes out of Noxubee this year. But nonetheless, they're still going to be very competitive and a scrappy football team. So,
yeah, I think I'd heard that possibly had in the neighborhood of 23 or it's a good bit of seniors going to be on that football team. As that one was shot over the basket.
I believe she
backboard, everything as far as everything.
Yeah, I believe she's seen the Genesis coming in strong, looking for a pack there, and she just let it fly. A good pass down low to Etcher. And got a foul on Patty of Louisville, former Charger. I believe that's going to be her second of the night. Yep, they put it up there on the board, second of the night. So Etcher's, they call that foul on the floor. Chargers inbound it with 5 minutes, 38 seconds left in the fourth period, down 42-26. And just a bad pass right there. They're trying to get it down low to Esther's by Weeks. And then back down the floor, and she draws a foul. And just a bad display of passing right now by the Chargers. I think they're just getting a little bit ahead of themselves and not quite focusing on what the task at hand here and getting a little sloppy with the basketball here late in the fourth.
Looked like one of the Wildcats tried to attack our Charger there on the wall. I didn't know.
Yeah, she came in hard. Thank goodness those pads. That's a lot better than that center block wall behind it. So coming down the court just a little fast and couldn't get stopped.
Yeah, when she was dribbling, sort of the ball got a little high. It's a three-point attempt there. But, yeah, just got a little out of control right there going down the court. Sort of surprised when the foul got called, actually.
Pretty cool, as you can see, Chris. I just really noticed it and seen on Facebook earlier this year. Of course, it's so sad to talk about. Miss Laura Prysock, our counselor, lost her child earlier this year, and the Chargers on their jerseys, they got a SP for Sawyer Prysock, and that's if you think about that family, keep them in your prayers. That's just tragedy, but a great show of sportsmanship and very classy act by the Charger basketball coaches, Coach Jewell, Coach Beals, by doing that, and I know that's special to them. So,
yeah, that's just something that's hard to fathom as far as, and I know it's just something that's difficult to deal with, and just it's sort of heart goes out to them. That's
For
all he
sure.
said. Just got to keep that family there in your prayers.
For sure. One thing you can say about this Charger team tonight, Chris, so they're still playing fast, scrappy. You don't see any fatigue hardly, and a lot of effort still being shown. So as Coach Jules taking positive out of this basketball game, that's definitely got to be a couple that you look at.
Weeks went up, got the rebound for the Chargers. .45 left here in the ball game. 44-26. 18-point lead. The Chargers trying to cut into that right now.
And Chris, I guess we missed it. Number 21 for Louisville, Lamaya Pfeiffer, senior there, has fouled out for the Wildcats.
And right now the Wildcats with 17 fouls. Next foul as far as going to send the Chargers to the line, 1-1.
And a good defensive play right there by number 5, Lair Weeks.
Sort of anticipating that pass right there and broke on it well.
She did.
Sort of like you want to see your defensive back as far as right there on the
breaking on the slant or out route there.
Yeah, so.
Like I said, you can't. Charter's still playing very hard in this basketball game, trying to chip away at that lead that the Wildcats have generated. I was talking earlier, we were talking about officiating, Chris. I just don't know. You know, in football officiating, you got to put up with a head coach in your ear, but the fans are a good bit away from you. So you don't have to hear them quite as much. But, Lord, I just don't know if I can handle basketball. We're right there on top of them. So,
yeah, and for sure can hear as far as what's being said. And I guess as far as that's for coaches as well. I know they fuss at probably at the officials, but then also as far as fans at the coaches.
Exactly. Exactly. Being able to hear what's going on and what's happening and everything else. And, you know, in football you can with a game there's so much going on. I mean, it's easy to miss something, but you can kind of hide your mistakes a little bit, I guess you could say. But basketball, if you blow that whistle, you better be ready to call something.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And basketball is a little bit different as far as, too, in the sense that it's not necessarily tonight, but a lot of places you go, I don't know, as far as it's not as separated, home and visitor. It's not the same as far as on the football, sort of real divided as far as it, but you'll see the intermingling, and sometimes it's not the best, you know, as far as it.
I agree, especially when you get a very heated matchup. And I always like to use the word passionate fans, yes, because they really love their team. Of course, nobody wants to win more than them. So it's definitely a lot of times it's fun to be a part of, that's for sure. But a good crowd in a game and a crowd that's very involved, that's what makes a good basketball game.
You were right about the effort as far as hustle. Here it is. Chargers down by 17, 2:49.
Left to go, and you still have Chargers diving on this floor, getting after the basketball. So Coach Jewell's got to be pleased with that and the way that her team is competing. Of course, we do got a little bit left to go, but it just kind of seems like the Wildcats are just maybe a little too much for the Chargers tonight. But like we said earlier, the Chargers they're fighting, they're playing hard in an end of the week matchup. But they're you know, playing a great Louisville team, so she can take some positive out of this. And as you said, it's not a district ball game, so no harm, no foul here. Got to take away good things and then build off of it. So. And that's
Yeah, I don't know if that was showed up on Max Preps, and so I'm not for sure. It's number 20, but was not listed on our. So we'll have to get asked as far as and get a name right there. So sorry about that, but we pull our rosters a lot of times off of Max Preps. And just
let's see, I got the one for the Mid-Mississippi here. Let's see if I can pull it up. I guess Miss Bill's got the same one off Max Preps. I don't see a number 20 on here. She goes down hard.
We'll be shooting 2 right here. As apologize as far as not able to give you a name right now for that player right now, number 20 for the Chargers, but down there getting treatment by Coach Locke. And Graham there misses the first one. It's 2:30 left to go in the game. Got some substitution going on by the Chargers. Graham makes the second one. That gets the Chargers to 30. It's 46-30.
And as we said earlier, Coy Locke is earning his money tonight.
Yes, he is. But Lady Wildcats going to leave here tonight 15-2 and perfect in their division. So look for them as far as to be definitely going to be a playoff team, you would think, as far as, but the way our, I guess, basketball, at least the 3A, as far as you play each team once, then you have your little district tournament. Sort of, I just remember a time it seemed like you'd play a home and away series, but sort of a little bit different now. At least in the 3A, I don't know if it's 4A is different, their schedules, but that pass goes out of bounds by the Wildcats. 2 minutes left in the Charger basketball.
Yeah, I can't quite remember when, back even when I played, which was not long ago, how the district was set up. We only played once or twice. And of course, you know, in baseball, you always play your division, each division team twice. They started playing them on like a Tuesday, Friday kind of deal. And, you know, in the same week. So just set up a little bit different.
So you can go in at whatever seed, just as long as you get hot at the right time.
That's exactly right.
As far as to make a splash in that district tournament, you can set your seeding up there for the playoffs.
Can definitely make some things happen. You know, you got a lot to look forward to with this Charger basketball team here in the next few years to come.
The Wildcats putting up some threes right here.
They're definitely not backing down. I believe Coach Jules put in a few of the younger players, going to get them some playing time, a little bit of experience. So, but they're hanging tight with them. We got a foul there by number 15, Jaisha Miller, a senior here for the Chargers.
Clock stopped with 56.3 seconds left.
So we'll repeat again for this Saturday. Your Choctaw County Lady Chargers, as Chris said, they'll be in action first thing that morning at 9 o'clock here at the Ty Cobb. So we'll get that long day of basketball kicked off with your homestanding Chargers, and they will be playing East Webster, the Lady Wolverines, from just about 20 miles north of here, up Highway 15.
Might have coffee in the concession stand that time of the morning. I don't know.
Exactly, exactly. It'll be a few folks still maybe getting away and getting their feet under them. So it'll be a lot of fun. And then those games will be, that one will be followed by, let's see on the schedule here, by Louisville and the East Webster boys. So see the Louisville boys in action here in just a little bit against your Chargers, and East Webster boys will battle it out at 10:15. So starting at 9 o'clock, each game's going at an hour and 15 minutes. They're past it. So if you're wondering the time, starting from 9 to 8:15 at an hour and 15-minute intervals. And so it ought to be a fun-filled day of basketball.
I know you want to see some good basketball, but might not be rooting for any kind of overtime games.
That's for sure. And like you said, I know Coach Bill's going to want it to, and Coach Jewell wanting it to stay on time. So with all the games that they have, but I believe it'll be some great basketball. I can remember getting to come watch Victoria Vivians play in that tournament right here in the Ty Cobb complex. And she's now playing in the WNBA, so.
Yeah, that's pretty special right there.
That it is.
And she was some kind of scorer as far as she could, a pure shooter there.
She was, and what she was able to do at Mississippi State, it's just phenomenal, fun to watch. Of course, I am a little partial with being a big Bulldog fan, so.
Well, I think it brought a lot of interest to women's basketball, and as I would have, to be honest, as far as it would have been, not that it's not up there with any other sport, but I never would have imagined the hump being sold out with, for that and stuff, and so it was a special time as far as for sure, and they're still, as far as I don't know what Mississippi State's ranked as far as in the girls team, but ended up exciting to watch, but ended up really brought a lot of attention here, and it's don't do nothing but feel as far as younger girls to play basketball and seeing that and stuff. So they got 3 points.
And everything, yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Of course, the Hump's a special place to watch a basketball game, and with Victoria Vivians in there and at Mississippi State, like you said, they really brought life to that program. I mean, 2 years in a row going to play for a national championship. If you're a Bulldog fan, and if you can do that in any sport, you're tickled.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
So,
for sure.
But it's a wonderful. It was a wonderful thing that she did, and but nonetheless, just a great example of the type of talent that comes through in this Mid-Mississippi tournament that's been being put on for many, many years.
Yeah, that Kahoma County team, as far as end up, a lot of these teams are teams that you will see in the big house, and it'll be as far as that make deep runs as far as in the playoffs and have state championships, and get to see them right here, which is pretty good.
One I'm really looking forward to call is that Boonville-Starkville boys game. I think that'll be interesting, and you got a big 6A going against, I believe Boonville's a 3A school. So, but Boonville's scrappy, very, very scrappy, and as well as Starkville. But it will be interesting.
Yeah, Boonville's got a nice complex one up there last year, and I think I might have missed a game as far as the Chargers probably went to Boonville earlier this season, and I was not in attendance. I'm pretty sure that's where my youngest went. But nice basketball. I mean, basketball means a lot up in that area, and it does to Boonville, the Blue Devils here, so they'll be in town as far as too. But so yeah, the tournament is a week earlier than it was last year. Last year wasn't on Martin Luther King weekend, so end up had some plans with the church as far as this weekend that makes not being here. So after last year, I was sort of looking forward to this one. So end up, I'm sure you'll be doing the same.
Will, I was, like I said, it was a true honor to get the call by Coach Bills to get to do it. So I'm looking forward to it. So
we have a final here from the Ty Cobb. It's 50-30. It's going to do it for this game. The Wildcats on top. So they reset the scoreboard. We're at 8 minutes, so the varsity boys will be out for both teams. And it won't be long. We're going to leave the stream going. We'll probably kill the audio, but we'll be back with the start of that basketball game as we bring Charger basketball here against the Wildcats. And we'll try. So now it's a little split. JV boys won the first one. Varsity girls here lost, so we're looking to the boys here to come out and get a victory here to split it up here.
Get the 2 out of 3.
Yep. All right, well, we'll be back in just a little bit. All right, we're back for the varsity boys game. You heard the announcements of the starting lineup ups for both teams. So here we're getting ready to start this one off. It's the nightcap. Logan Murphy here at the center line. The Chargers get the basketball. Kendall Coleman. Here to Ashford. Ashford with the shot. Oh, Murphy goes inside.
Great rebound and putback by Quez Lane right there. Logan Murphy with a rebound at the very beginning there. Chris, it was.
I think that was going to be Taiwan Cook, number 20, as far as, but Quez Lane was out there. I don't know. It might not have. I don't know. Have to look as far as, but.
Who's number? I guess number 25 here. I got him mixed up.
The 25 is McNeil. He got the points.
Okay, yeah, he got the points. I called him.
Okay.
Where's everyone? I had the wrong name there.
But Quez McNeil, the sophomore, getting the start for the Chargers here. Chargers up 2-0, 7-18. We got Taiwan Cook, Ashford, Kendall Coleman, and Logan Murphy is the starting lineup tonight. Coach Bill's changing things up a little bit. Points inside the paint there for the Wildcats. Has shot that one over Logan Murphy. Chargers, a different team than what Louisville saw earlier in the year as they met in the middle of December. Both the last two players that touched the ball, Kendall Coleman and Taiwan Cook, did not play. They weren't eligible to after Christmas. Lane with the shot about the free throw line. It's no good.
It's a great look right there to get it to the top of the key and get him an open shot. It just couldn't get the bucket to fall, but great offensive passes and good look. Just couldn't get the basket to go.
The Charger basketball. That previous matchup was 60-59. That was back on December the 18th. But like I said, that was a different looking basketball team than what the Chargers have looked in the last couple ball games.
Yeah, getting Kendall Coleman back is was a big spark to the Chargers, and he's a great athlete.
Ashford with the rebound, Coleman with the shot, and it's good. Just as you talked him up, Dakota hits one at the top of the arc, and that's a three-point basket there for the Chargers. It's 5-2, 5:44. And counting.
Man, you got a lot of great-looking athletes on the floor tonight for both teams. Feels like it'll be a fast-paced ball game tonight, which Coach Bills loves that pace of the ball game. He likes his guys to be running around and trying to make plays and force turnovers.
Yeah, the game against South Pontotoc constantly was hearing Coach Bills saying push the ball, but previous this week, as far as on Tuesday night, the Chargers were up the road at Houston, and when Houston their Chargers got into foul trouble and had to really try to slow the ball game down because of the foul. So look for that to be an adjustment, not to get the high team foul count tonight.
That's right, trying to stay out of foul trouble, and if they can do that, they got a good shot to bring home this midweek ball game. Pass around, takes a team taking a little bit of a guarded shot there, and just couldn't get it to fall. So out of bounds on the Chargers here. Wildcats will take it out underneath the goal. Score still 5-4 here. Your Chargers leading. And a great rebound and putback right there by Taiwan Cook of the Wildcats. Like we talked about earlier, Chris got another good crowd here tonight for the Charger basketball between them and the Wildcats.
Definitely have some speed here for the Chargers with McNeil and Ashford there. And a foul's called on that three-point play, and we're going to see something you don't see every day. Attempt here on a 4-point basket. As far as
yeah, that was Kendall Coleman. Just he jumped up to try to get a block shot, and when he come down, he did come down into the Wildcat player fairly hard there, knocking him into the first row of the bleachers. So got a chance at a 4-point play right here.
Yeah, but like you were saying about the crowd, as far as really filled in here for the Chargers and both sides, as far as the well, I don't know if I had that all on the video, if you got that as far as, but it was a shame if I didn't because Kendall Coleman went up there and got the block shot.
It was a great effort play right there. As he had a bad pass, it got tipped and stolen, but effort hustling back down the court and gets down there for the block shot, and now the Chargers are back in business. Has a pull-up jumper right there at the top of the key and just can't get it to fall. Wildcats with a rebound.
Scores 10-5 right now. 3:19 left here in the first period. Been a pretty quick first period. No team fouls yet for the Wildcats. That's the third for the Chargers and the first one on Taiwan Cook. McNeil gets the rebound and it was sort of up in the air. I don't know as far as I thought he might have got a travel call right there, but it's jump ball.
Jump ball, both players had a hold of it. And I'm kind of like you. I thought it was just going to come to a point where we were going to get a travel call, but irregardless of which way it went, Wildcats will end up with the ball there, with the possession will turn back to the Chargers for the next jump ball. So
Chargers jumped out earlier with a quick lead, and Wildcats sort of right now answered back and is up 10-5.
And a great steal right there by Kendall Coleman. Kind of playing free safety in that defense there. And they have a pass. He comes running up to get the steal.
3-on-1 break.
And Coleman with another block shot right there. All effort play. So Chargers starting to speed up a little bit. Just got to get their feet under them. And as you can hear Coach Beals hollering, go, go. Like we said earlier, loves to play fast.
Yeah. He's really wanting to swing it around, he was saying, as far as get it on the opposite side, as far as we saw. Lady Wildcats really swing the ball around as far as try to, and he was wanting that also as far as get it to the other side. Several substitutions right there for the Chargers as he's wanting to play fast. As you have Israel Whitmore, Jared Bellew, you have Kylan Carter right there, and you have number 12, and that's going to be Trey Jobe in at point.
And the Chargers catch a break right there with a missed layup. Great look by Jared Bellew. And it's a block shot down low by number 31, Jakevius Hibbler.
Whitmore went up strong. Israel did, but and you did say Zay Coleman right there, so Xavier Coleman checked in as well. He's one of these shooting guards. He was wanting to see Israel put that one on the floor, maybe. I don't know as far as.
Put on the floor. He goes up for the basket.
Still no team foul showing up just yet, but there's one as far as that's on number 12.
Number 12, that is Tyrell Timms for Louisville. Timms, a very
I was going to say, though,
popular name down in the Louisville, Winston County area.
The baseball player, too, as far as
Marcus. That's right, Marcus Timms.
Yeah.
I actually had the privilege of playing some summer league ball, and Marcus was actually the coach for it. So Marcus is now the hitting coach for the New York Yankees. So,
and you know the Yankees are all about usually as far as putting up some runs.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So, in a big three-point shot right there by number 12, Tyrell Timms, as we were just talking about. So, pass down low to Israel. Israel goes up strong with a basket underneath the goal.
13-7 to score, 102.
So the Chargers successful with a half-court press here.
That's going to be out on the Wildcats.
Jared Bellew had a nice look there at a jumper. Couldn't get it to fall, but Wildcats knock it out of bounds. Zay Coleman take it out underneath the goal. And just not much Jared Bellew could do right there as the Wildcats get the steal on a fast break down the court. Had a 2-on-1. And Chargers dodge a bullet right there.
I was a fan there as well. Caught myself watching the game and not moving the camera. So, again, I apologize, Chargers. Jared Bellew is open up underneath the goal and ended up missed a contested layup. And that last second shot, that does it for the first period. It's 15-7, Chargers trailing the Wildcats.
Yeah, Jared was open there. Just Israel didn't seem quite as fast as we would have liked to get him the ball, but by the time he got it, had a guy right there on his back, just couldn't quite get the layup in. So Wildcats on about an 8-0 run right there to break away and get out to a 15-7 lead. So Chargers need to kind of regroup right here at the end of this period and get their feet back under them. And we got some subs coming back in, the starting 5 hitting the floor for the Chargers. So got them a quick breather, and we're going to get it back underway.
Yeah, you want to see that little burst they had to start the game and to cut into this 8-point lead here by the Wildcats.
So got a lot of action going on right here, starting out the second quarter. Fast pace to play like we expected. So Coach Bill's a little bit, as we talked about earlier, a little bit disgusted with the officiating call right there. And I believe that's going to be another foul on Kendall Coleman for the Chargers. I believe that'll be his second of the night. So Kendall doesn't need to get into foul trouble early here in the second period. So
that's the 5th team foul, and still just 1 for the Wildcats.
Seeing a very disciplined Wildcat basketball team tonight. Louisville, a lot like the girls, have a very fast-paced defensive play. So Kendall Coleman finally gets a foul drawn on him with that aggressive play by the Wildcats. We got a push call.
I think that was a little bit benefit of Coach Bills as far as on the previous play. Fouls called earlier on Logan Murphy, and he was wanting the Chargers to benefit from those little tap fouls as well. And
looks like maybe getting in that official's ear just a little bit got him a call or two.
So 6:41 clock stopped.
We like to pick with Coach Bills as he's our clock operator in our football crew. We tell him he's going to catch a lot of fits from the fellow officials that do basketball and football for the harsh times he gives them a lot on the floor. So
he is Coach Bills is one of those really good basketball coach right there. But like you said, every good basketball coach you see just like works the officials a little bit.
He does. And I'm going to tell you, Chris, for the ones watching or that do see this, has never been to a Charger basketball game, Coach Bills is worth the price of admission himself. So he got the opportunity to play for him and is a good friend now. He's a wonderful guy who knows the game of basketball extremely well. Tell you what we had there, Chris, that ball was tipped, and the way I think it looked like for me and you is just to go in for a 3-point play.
Yeah, that was going to be an odd one right there. It looked like it was going and got enough air, but it came up a little short. But it looked from here, it looked like it was on the way. And we got the green light from that distance.
And the ball comes down right there, and Logan, right to Logan Murphy, but he just couldn't corral it. When it come off that rim, came down extremely fast. And they get the ball to Logan down low, and he gets a blocking foul and 1 on the shot. So Logan Murphy with a chance at a 3-point play right here.
The Wildcats up to 3 team fouls. It's 5:28. left to go here before half.
Murphy can't knock down the free throw to complete the three-point play, but 2 nonetheless. And the Wildcats not falling away from that three-point ball. And another rebound by Kendall Coleman. And pulls up a little bit short that time instead of going in all the way for the rebound with about a 5-foot jumper and nails it. So the Chargers defense and starting to settle in a little bit here. Seems like, Chris, the starting 5 come back out have kind of caught another gear and starting to play some really fast-paced basketball, doing well.
Yeah, we were hoping to see a little burst from them, this group. So that one gets knocked away from Zay Coleman.
And a hard but smart foul right there by number 20, Taiwan Cook, as at least takes away the easy points for the Wildcats there. So number 4 for the Wildcats will go to the line. That's Clayton Maury to shoot 2.
Yeah, make each Wildcat point be earned right here. First one hits off the back of the iron. Both teams with several substitutions.
Have Israel Whitmore and Jared Bellew coming back in, as well as Tylen Carter. Tylen, the quarterback for the Chargers.
Yeah, you got sophomore right there, Zay Coleman, sophomore, and I say 3 juniors.
So he knocks down one of the 2 free throws. So (19-11) here with 4 minutes left before the half. And here's the Ty Cobb. Jared Bellew pulls up with just inside the 3-point mark.
And that's something you would like to see if you're a Charger fan right there. Need those guys to get hot.
And Jared Bellew is a great asset to the Chargers. He comes in off the bench, maybe a 6th or 7th man for Coach Bills, but plays with a lot of effort. Enjoy watching him. We get to play a little pickup basketball every now and then, and Jared's pretty tough to handle. So big asset for the Chargers and knows the game of basketball. And Tylen Carter comes up with a 3-point shot.
Cuts it to a 3-point lead, 19-16, with 3:22 and counting here before half. I thought Tylen Carter there with the hot hand just hit the 3. There it is for the tie. Whitmore inside.
Thought we had the 3-point play with Kendall Coleman there. Like I said, Israel Whitmore comes up with a good rebound and putback for the Chargers. Pulls it in within 1. Kendall Coleman, another good steal and a layup as the Chargers have got on a roll here with about, I believe, Chris, we got a 10-0 run. Well, they had the 1 point on the free throw, so we got about a 10-1 run for the Chargers. And Wildcats draw a foul by Jared Bellew right here. So,
yeah, and it's going to be the 17th foul, or 8th. So it's going to be a 1-and-1 situation here for the Wildcats. And it's 2:26 as far as Chargers took the early lead and just fought back from a big deficit like we were talking about. So it's 20-19 here with 2:26.
That's what you got to love about basketball, the momentum swings that come with it and how fast the game can change. I believe Coach Bill was a little aggravated with the official there as we had a change of possession, and he was easing, I guess, back down to the backside of the court, and he thought we had a foul there that the other ones didn't have a good angle on. So,
yeah, and then immediately called a foul back on the Chargers.
So, yeah. Coach Bill's in his ear a little bit about that. So, but nonetheless, this officiating crew tonight doing a pretty good job.
Yep, so another lead changes. The Wildcats back on top, 21-20.
Tylen Carter with a bad pass there. Luckily, the Wildcats botched the easy breakaway layup. Jared Bellew with a good pack. Steal right there.
Yeah, just sort of came in from behind there and got that one.
Slapped
Smart
it out
play.
of his hand there.
Smart play. Does that go to the possession area right there? It looks like they immediately pointed toward us. Is that the possession area?
I guess that would be the possession area when that happens. Looks like our fine clock operator down there, Mr. Robert Black, is swapping the air back over. So that'd be kind of a fun discussion rule there for me of how that would not just be Charger basketball with that shot, or if it happened, Jared Bellew with a great move down low and just could not get the basket to fall, but great move to the basket and had an opportunity and just could not capitalize. Israel Whitmore with a rebound.
Immediately called a charge right there. Is it number 3 for sure? And a technical. Dropped the shoulder as far as went in, as far as and made contact right there. And so they're going to also have the foul, and they're going to be the technical.
I believe that was on number 2 for Louisville. There, and let's see if we get a name for you there. Travis Braggs of the Wildcats gets the technical foul. So Kendall Coleman will go shoot 2.
This one here is to tie this ball game back up at 21.
Can't capitalize on either one of the technical shot free throws, but it will be Charger basketball. As we talked earlier, Chris, in the girls' game, and you can harp on it, but free throws are just a big part of a basketball game. Kind of like we talk football, you don't kill yourself on drives with holding calls or anything like that. So Chargers have got to make those free throws.
And Coleman there pulled up about the free throw line with the jumper and drilled it, and another lead change as it's 22-21. Chargers on top.
Kendall Coleman with a nice effort going for the steal, missed it, but gets himself back in. Just can't talk enough about the effort of this Charger basketball team. And Jared Bellew pulls up just inside the three-point line again, and the ball goes in and out. Thought he had that bucket there. Billy's with a lot of great looks. And
that does it for the first half. Chargers take the lead into the half, 22-21. So we'll be back after about an 8-minute break here, and we'll be back with this second half. So we're in for a good second half of basketball as we have this final game of the night. So I'll come back as far as in just a few minutes, and we'll be back with the second half. All right, Chris Threadgill here back with Dakota Brazier. We have second half action of Charger basketball. Started off, Taiwan Cook got the first basket. Second half is 24-21. Chargers in the lead. Chargers lucky to get that cross-court pass back in their possession. Doing a lot of reaching in right there, but no call. Letting them play right now. It's 7-10. Quick first minute of the second half.
Chargers came out with a good quick basket and are starting hot for sure. And then we do get a foul call right there.
That's going to be the first foul. That's going to be on number 4 for the Wildcats. Maury. Trying to get the ball inside right there to Logan Murphy, but knocked away and went out of bounds on the off the Chargers. So it's going to be Wildcat basketball.
Logan Murphy's a big asset down low. He, even if you can't get in the basketball as regulars, you thought he's a great rebounder. And Wildcats always got to have a body on him. And a travel call right there on the Wildcats going to give the Chargers the basketball back. Good defensive play there by Logan Murphy, we were just talking about. So,
you said you've played pickup with Jared Bellew. I've heard that Logan Murphy's one that's hard to handle as well. I don't know if you played again with him.
I hadn't played any with Logan yet. We would, Coach Bills has some Sunday practices, and I hadn't gotten to get up here to play any in practice with him. And there's a couple shots put back up right there. Logan Murphy got fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2, with Louisville getting their first team foul of the night. So Chargers really need to knock down both of these free throws to extend the lead on this Wildcat team here early in the third period.
Don't see that very often there with the bank shot on the free throw, but we'll take it right here as Logan banked that one in.
If he can find something that works for him, I reckon. And he knocks down 2 of them. Decides to go back with the traditional without the backboard on the free throw on that second one.
Just showing a little versatility.
That's right. He can just do a little bit of it all. Got a foul there. I believe that was on.
That's going to be Taiwan Cook. That's his 3rd foul here in the game.
Taiwan needs to play. Never want to play conservative. Just be safe on the foul line. Looks like he's fixing to catch a breather here. Coach is going to sub Logan Murphy out, bring in Israel Whitmore.
Yeah, he was telling Logan really wanted him to cut down baseline. I guess cut that off.
Maybe talk to him a little bit here, get him a breather, and get a different look with Israel in the ball game. And Louisville.
He stepped on the line right there.
Good call by the official. You can see it real good from up here. I know it was a close one, but Kendall Coleman did step on the center court line and turns the ball over. So Coach subs Taiwan Cook subs Jared Bellew in for Taiwan Cook. So Jared back on the floor, and that's going to be a foul on Kendall Coleman. I believe that's going to be his 3rd of the night as well. So Chargers doing so well in the first half with not getting into foul trouble, and got 2 key players here with getting 3rd fouls there pretty quick. And that's Breandre Shoemaker with the three-point shot for the Wildcats. Brings it to a tie ball game with 4:50 left here in the third period.
Israel with the basket there.
It's a nice pull-up jumper.
Yeah. I think Shoemaker there does have some Choctaw County ties. If I would have to ask Coleman for sure, Coach Coleman, but I'm pretty sure
he actually
Shoemaker and a McNeil as far as a little bit of dual combination as far as I think, if I've heard correctly, but I've seen him on the, if that's the same kid I'm thinking about as far as student athlete, as far as he is, plays on the baseball diamond, I think on the football field, as far as a little bit of it all for the Wildcats, and is a pretty special playmaker.
That he is. He does. I believe that's Mr. John and Miss Sandra Shoemaker. That is their grandson. So he does have some Choctaw County ties and great athlete.
Yeah.
So those Shoemakers were some special people on the football field in the old days of Ackerman. Gonna have a foul right there by number 5, Culberson, for the Wildcats. That's gonna be his third of the ball game. Chargers will take it out here midcourt. Got a double dribble by Israel Whitmore, so that'll be a turnover to the Wildcats.
4:08 left in the third period. All tied up at 28.
Jared Bay, you thought he was going to get the jump ball right there. Instead, he gets the reach-in call. I believe that's only his first foul of the night.
Actually, gave it to Israel.
They gave that foul to Israel Whitmore, would be his first of the night. And a travel call on the Wildcats. This coach will sub in Zay Coleman. And just a bad pass by Tylen Carter right there on the inbounds play. Gives the Wildcats an easy bucket. So
just like that, the lead change as far as the Wildcats on top, 30-28.
We got a good basketball game here on our hands. Been fast-paced, been aggressive. The officials are letting them play, so it's been fun to watch so far.
It is no doubt as far as just a little introduction to maybe what all you're going to have to look forward to this weekend. As far as we'll be headed now, as far as I know, Glenn, we did the marathon last year, me and him, as far as both of us had trips to the Gatlinburg this weekend and stuff as far as with our churches. So.
I believe the Chargers are going to get a holding foul right there. It was a good call by the officials. He went in. Jared had possession of the basketball and had him by the arm there. So, be Charger ball. Zay Coleman with the ill-advised pass down low. That gets stolen. Breandre will bring it out. Shoemaker for the Wildcats. Great rebound there by Jared Bellew. So the Chargers had a little bit of trouble bringing the ball across midcourt. So Zay Coleman just goes ahead with the deep ball to get it down to Israel. So Chargers step out of bounds and turn the ball over to Louisville we got 2 minutes and 53 seconds left here at the Ty-Cobb Complex in the third period. Your score is 32-28. Wildcats. 2-possession ball game here. Coach Bills makes some subs, brings back in Rakeem Kendall Coleman, Taiwan Cook, and Logan Murphy.
It's going to be the 5th foul there on Kendall Coleman, and that does it for his night.
That's a big loss to the Charger team there. Kendall was a great ball handler and great shooter. So Chargers take a hit in the foul category, and Coach Bills brings in number 12, Trey Jobe.
Just in a matter of seconds, Chargers have another foul called. That's the 6th team foul. 4 team fouls on the Wildcats here with 2:31 left here in the third period.
Good defense by Logan Murphy there. Garden down low. Wildcats have a pull-up jumper from the free throw line to get to. Extends the lead to 34-28.
Ashford is fouled right there at half court. It was set up nicely right there with the bounce pass just skipped between the legs of Murphy.
It's a great pass, Trey Jobe coming in, trying to hit Logan Murphy down low, and just don't think Logan was quite expecting it as quick as it happened there. So Chargers with a rebound. And get a push call on the Wildcats, number 4, Clayton Maury.
Now the next foul should be 1-1 for either team.
Foul categories leveled out a good bit here tonight. And a great look down low. And Logan Murphy with a putback for the Chargers.
Made it a 34-30. Wildcats on top. Timeout called by the Wildcats.
So we talked about in the first half, Coach Beals getting a little fired up with the officials, and now we have coach for the Wildcats doing the same here. I believe he wanted a holding call there on the Chargers, and Coach Beals on the other end wanting to travel. So officials getting it from both sides here tonight. I guess that's just part of what you sign up for, though, ain't it, Chris?
I guess so, right there.
That's what we always tell people. Not a lot of folks sign up to get yelled at, so you got to enjoy what you do.
Yeah, because it's happening on the other end down there, too.
Coach Bills is about out the center court to talk to him, and he's back on the bench now, and we're back underway.
We have the clock stopped at 55.6 seconds left. The Chargers trying to cut into this 7-point lead.
The Chargers having a hard time right now passing the basketball and getting it around and to open up their lanes.
It's almost like it's greased a little bit.
It does, like they just can't hold on to it. So, like you said earlier, with the foul that at midcourt right there, that will send number 1 Rakeem Ashford to the line, shoot 2, or the 1-and-1. Can't knock down the free throw. And a hard foul there by Logan Murphy. They both went up. He's going up for the shot and to try to get the block.
Really no discussion on that one.
No. Logan made that one count. So number 3, Shamar Elam will go to the line for the Wildcats. Got about 32 seconds here left in the third period. Scored 37-30. All Louisville right now. Chargers in a 3-possession ball game. So and even misses both free throws. Chargers get the ball across midcourt, doing a nice job of moving around. Finds Rakeem Ashford down low, but it gets tipped by the Wildcats and out of bounds, so it'll be Louisville basketball.
All right, we're at 15 seconds here in the third.
Chargers get a rebound and got a Rakeem Ashford with a fast break, fouled by number 15, Breandre Shoemaker of the Wildcats. So that'll take Rakeem to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Well, with 18 fouls now to be shooting 2, correct?
Next one.
Next one.
Yep.
Next one. I'm 1 off.
So I think that's going to send Murphy to the line here to shoot 2. We'll see if he decides to go traditional or with the bank here.
You never know with Logan. We'll see what he pulls out of his hat. No, Coach Bill's got to be a little frustrated with how the Chargers shot free throws tonight. Just hasn't been their best showing.
All right, 2 seconds for the Wildcats to get the ball down the court here and try to put up a shot. And it's a long one. And it's sort of close. Right there.
A little too close for comfort, I would say. So Coach Beals was fussing on the last call because we had a 2-shot foul there, and they called a lane violation on the Chargers. So I believe he felt like the Wildcats had entered the lane beforehand. So
and since we were talking about it earlier, as far as I did get a message from my mother as far as, and I was saying had a Shoemaker McNeil combination as far as here from Choctaw County, but Joni McNeil is it as far as just on the mother side right there as far as so had a Veronica McNeil graduated with me as far as, and she was a heck of a basketball player, track, a little bit of everything. So some speed on both sides of the family.
Well, we've seen B.A. and his wife in attendance there, and know they always here to watch some Charger basketball, but I imagine they're rooting a little bit for Breandre for the Wildcats as well. So,
yeah, when I was watching that state championship game with Louisville went on to win, as far as one of the things, he had a play at the back of the end zone where I think as far as was trying to come down with the pass, but came down maybe out of bounds right there, but was rooting for those guys as far as to bring home the state championship as well. With that basket, the Wildcats are up by 9. The Chargers going to have to get something going right here.
Need to get on a run and get some.
And they've had their opportunities. It's going to be the 10th team foul, and it's going to send Ashford to the line, which has missed his last two on the front ends of 1 and 1, but this is going to be a two-shot
foul here, and really needs to knock both of these free throws down as a team. The many that's been missed, so. And he does redeem himself, come back and drains the first one. So setting up for shot number 2 here for Ashford. And he gets both of them.
Yeah, so just like that, with the Chargers down and 7 minutes left in this ball game, you need to score as many points as you can, especially with that clock stopped.
Coach Bills has the 3-2 zone style defense there that comes up successful, and you can kind of feel a little bit maybe a swing of momentum coming for the Chargers here. And Israel Whitmore working down low as they find him and goes up with a nice basket to draw a little bit closer on that lead, 34-39 Wildcats.
I was talking to Whitmore yesterday. He was telling me both Mississippi State and Southern Miss have been by to visit here in the last couple of days as far as looking at a football recruit. So might have a Division I recruit as far as with Whitmore.
Well, he's a great looking athlete, and whoever does decide to offer and he chooses to go to will definitely be getting an asset on their team in Whitmore.
Yeah, with that kind of size right there, as far as, and you can see as far as he's really working on his footwork. It's 42-34, back to an 8-point game. Got another push. Foul.
Send the Chargers back to the free throw line.
That's going to be the third foul on Thames.
That also familiar name down there in Louisville. We talked about the relation that the Shoemaker, the heritage there for Choctaw County. I'd like to know the Timms and Marcus relationship. Marcus Timms and Mr. Tyrell Timms here tonight. Some kin there.
Would have to be.
Have to be in the Winston County area.
Yeah. So maybe going with a little alley-oop, a little pass inside right there, but
just couldn't quite haul it in, and he just misses our scoreboard on the pass.
all right, timeout called by the Chargers. Clock stopped with 5:59.
And they kind of bumped the lead down here to 7 with basically 6 minutes left to go. Chargers still hanging in there, although it kind of feels like in the second half that Louisville ought to be up by about 15 or so. But Choctaw County hanging tight.
Yeah, just hadn't been a lot of points scored for the Chargers in this second half.
That has Louisville's played some great defense in the second half, and of course it's shown on the scoreboard. But Choctaw County just needing to get something going on offense here to string a couple scoring possessions and maybe hit a good big three-point ball. And that press is just seeming right now like too much for the Chargers to handle.
As Coach Bills has decided it's still got hot in here, and then it's coming out of the pullover. A lot of times things get to a certain point in the ball game, he starts losing some of the clothes over there.
He's getting pretty aggravated with some of the calls that he's not catching here down low. So, like I said earlier, it's worth the price of admission for Gary Bills alone. But as I like to tell people, probably one of the most passionate coaches I've ever had the opportunity to play for and be around. He loves his guys and he loves the game of basketball. So
Wildcats make both of those free throws. 5:25 left to go here in this ball game. Got the biggest lead of the night. It's 46-35. 11-point lead. As we're got a little don't stop believing with this 11-point deficit. Here's the Chargers need to work their way back into this ball game.
blocking foul called on the floor as Israel's coming down the lane.
You feel like if you can break the press here, you can get a couple quick baskets as far as some easy baskets because everybody's up toward midcourt. And you looked for Whitmore to try to get that one in, but he's going to the line right here for shoot two.
The speed of the Wildcats on the front on the backcourt is it's just been a little bit too much for the Chargers here in the second half. They're having trouble getting it past midcourt to get those easy buckets that we're talking about. And but if they could break that press, like you said, and maybe get the ball down low to Whitmore, they can get some quick, easy baskets here to get back in this ball game.
So it's going to slow down the rest of this ball game as both teams are in the bonus. That's the 9th foul, team foul on the Chargers. So every foul from here on out, we'll be shooting some free throws. We're at 5:05 left to go in this game.
Thought right there where they got the blocking foul, I really thought we were going to have a travel call on the Wildcats, but then again, that's why I'm up here with you.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Carter was able to draw some contact right there. I thought he was going to be able to kiss that one off. He was able to maintain his control a little bit and got a pretty good attempt off to make that basket as far as and try to get the three-point play. But either way, he's going to the line here to shoot two.
Yeah, and as they break the press, they're getting great looks down low and just can't get the basket to fall. And then Chargers continue to struggle at the free throw line.
Carter makes the second. Still 11-point ball game.
And Breandre Shoemaker for the Wildcats with a shot there. This three-point attempt hauled in by Jared Bellew for the rebound. pass from Bellevue goes out of bounds. Coach Bill's hollering for a sub. Three-point basket is 51-37. Great ball movement there by the Chargers to get shots and just cannot get them to fall. Got a foul here on Jared Bellevue, a push underneath. So Bellevue will go to the line to shoot two. Jared Bellevue makes the first one. He's normally a very, very good free throw shooter when he gets to the line. And that one goes in and out. We got a foul right there on Jared Bellevue. He's getting back down the floor. Just couldn't get there to get his feet set to take the charge and gets a blocking foul. Wildcats will go to the line. Chris, you just think that just feels like the difference in this ball game to make it a much closer game than it is just the lack of free throw shooting by the Chargers here in the second half.
I would totally agree, and missed the several front ends of 1-and-1s that would have made even more opportunities for the Chargers. And when I was talking about earlier, a little bit different look to the team with Kendall Coleman when he left out as far as with 5 fouls in the mid part of the third quarter. Yeah, stuff period right there as far as end up. Since he's did that, it's been a little bit difficult for the Chargers to break that press and sort of missing out as far as, but it's one of those things, this is a game you're going to take and learn from as far as it and try to gain some experience.
As Coach Bill said when I was talking to him during one of the breaks, it's a great game for him to have because you can learn a lot, see what your team has, work on some things, and you really test them with a great basketball team in Louisville. So, as you said right here, the game just kind of slowing down a little bit with all these fouls. So, with 3:48 left in the fourth period, your Wildcats are 53 and the homestanding Chargers 39. Bringing Rakeem Ashford in on the floor, subbing in for Israel Whitmore. And the Wildcats continue to stay hot at the free throw line. 2 for 2 there. And a pull-up shot by Trey Jobe. A big three-point shot. Gives the Chargers a little bit of life here in the fourth. It is a 13-point ball game.
The other thing we have as far as after this big weekend, it won't be very much longer. Everybody's putting their baseball schedules out as far as that's the next sport. The Chargers will be and Lady Chargers softball. So that'll be one of the things up next. I guess a little golf season as well. And be sure to look me up as far as on some of those baseball games as far as later on this spring, as far as we look to
For sure.
try to get some of those going as well.
Yeah, I got to talk with Coach Young today. Lost a lot in the pitching rotation for this this coming year, but has some younger guys and a few older guys there that he's very, very excited about. So,
There's going to be a lot of new faces. As it was 11 or 12 seniors on the baseball team, so it ended up a very different look as it is with this basketball team this year compared to last year on the varsity boys side.
that it will be. And the Wildcats draw another foul to send them to the line to shoot 2. And as you get a little hope that that one may miss, just doesn't happen.
No, it was very kind. The rim was there.
So Louisville continuing to knock down their free throws late in this ball game. And I think Coach Bill's excited. Finally gets the over-the-back call he's been asking for all night. Guy comes in over the back of Jared Bellew, so I'll send him to the line to shoot 2. Chargers in a 15-point ball game with 3:02 left here in the 4th at the Ty Cobb.
Yeah, the fouls, we don't have a notepad as far as to keep up with them. Both teams on the scoreboard maxed out with 10 apiece.
I imagine we're at about 15 apiece. It seems like maybe 30. I don't know. It seems like they're racking up after they got to that 10 points.
So that's the 4th one on Hibbler for the Wildcats as he's checks out.
Jared Bellew knocks down both of his free throws. As we said, he continues to be a great free throw shooter. If you can get Jared Bellew to the line, you got to feel good about it.
Coach Bills is listening or goes back and watches. Maybe next time we have a technical, he might put Bellew to the line. He probably wasn't on the court. Did have those 2 misses earlier as well in the game.
Exactly.
As that one just goes right through the hands of Cook, and it actually goes down the stairs maybe.
Goes down the stairwell, so official's gonna have to get him a little exercise in down to go run that one down.
He'll be back in a minute.
There he is. Probably see him on your screen peeking out of the locker room door down there. Coach Bill's trying to bring in an aggressive defense, get some steals here to try to get his team back in this ball game. As the clock's ticking down, it's becoming harder and harder and harder for the Chargers to kind of claw their way back into this one.
Yeah, and a lot of teams you'll see start trying to clock it, I guess, as far as run some time off the clock. And look like the defense that the Chargers were out there trying to get a quick turnover, but also as far as it's going to be what you're up against as far as if you're down in the ball game later on this year.
And as we said, that press has just become so much for the Chargers to handle. But
yeah, just we don't have a number of turnovers, but it would be more than fouls.
Way more than fouls, and we have a lot of fouls. And we have a lot of fouls. So,
yep.
But as we've talked and stressed about tonight, it's a learning curve night for the Chargers. I believe you got to take the positives to grow from and work on your negatives from this game. Playing a great Louisville basketball team. So,
when you look at the Charger team right here, you have a senior in Ashford. You also have a senior in Taiwan Cook and a senior in Logan Murphy. Another turnover there by the Chargers.
Nice steal by Zay Coleman.
Well, I think Tylen Carter thought he was going to foul on it, so he sort of just threw up something, just hoping to get it in and get a three-point play, but no foul was called.
I believe Coach Beals is aggravated thinking that ball was hit off, or the Louisville guy knocked it out of his hand, and he didn't get the call.
.121 and count. Tylen Carter drives baseline and gets the layup.
Nice move by Tylen there to get the lane to the goal and finish it strong to the basket. In an effort of getting back down the floor here to not play defense and knock it out of bounds. Had a good look there underneath the goal, so great move by Tylen.
Yeah, that was quick hands right there as far as the knocked out. I thought that pass was going to get inside right there, and he defended it well. And the rebound, let's just give him.
And another rebound. So, Zay Coleman pulls up from long range, likes to knock it, almost knocked it down, and just could not get it.
62-46 is the score right now. 37 seconds left. Wildcats going to the line.
So the Wildcats will leave here tonight getting a non-divisional win. From the TAC. But like we talked about earlier, this team, you can still, Chargers have played with effort up to this point and continuing to do so.
Yeah, both teams, as far as the varsity girls and boys, put out excellent effort there.
And I think that's a big tribute to the coaches and how they prepare with them and what they instill in the kids and their team and what they pride themselves on. So great job by Coach Beals and Coach Jewell. Going to kick out to Zay Coleman, knocked down a three-pointer.
Coach Beals is getting his money's worth as far as getting all his timeouts. He was allotted in the game, so the clock stopped for 7.9 seconds. And we heard some disgruntlement, I guess, little disgruntled fans around us while the timeout and stuff, but Coach Bill's not going to miss a second to coach his team up as far as right now. So,
not at all. Not at all. That's just the type of guy that he is and coach that he is. So speaks words of him and what he does. So if he's got an opportunity to teach and and make his team better, that's what he's going to do. So Wildcats going to take home this victory tonight, 64-49 over your home-standing Chargers.
So we'll have Charger basketball. Dakota will be here bright and early Saturday morning. As far as we'll have the stream going, as far as both on YouTube and on the Charger Facebook Choctaw County School District page. So if you were interested as far as in basketball at all, great basketball, come out. We encourage you to come out to the Ty Cobb. But if you're not able to make it, only able to make it for a couple games, as far as Dakota will be doing a little bit of it all as far as Saturday, as we have a great array of basketball games. It starts first thing with the Lady Chargers taking on East Webster. Is that right?
Lady Chargers taking on East Webster at 9 o'clock that morning. So your blue and red will be in action early and often. So hopefully they can start it off with a good day for a win, and a good day, get a win, and just set the tone for a great day of basketball. So I'm really, really looking forward to it, Chris.
All right, Dakota. Well, I know you guys will do a great job. I'll be logging in, looking at you guys too, as far as looking at seeing how it all sounds and going and stuff. And I hope you have a great day of basketball. So tune in, encourage you to come and participate in the Mid-Mississippi Challenge. And let me go ahead and say Alpha Insurance is going to be one of the sponsors.
That's right.
For us for the game. And so helps make that happen as far as for the Charger athletics and the big time event that we're having here. So just want to say thank you, Dakota, for that and all you guys do. And we'll be back as far as Saturday morning. So thank you and God bless.